everyone. Okay. Let's see. Uh, my cycle came, and I called the doctor, and I was like, "Yeah, I need to come in for my Clomid." And then my husband calls me back, and he's like, "Honey, we're not TTC this month." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "I have to go to work tomorrow, and there's no way you can get back into the doctor in time." And I was like, "Okay, oh well, no TTC this month." This is like a weight lifted off of me. I do not feel stressed out about this. Most people I know are like, "Oh my god, what are you gonna do?" And I'm like, "So what?" I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. Like, ever since I had that moment that I know that the baby would come no matter what, I'm just not feeling it. I know that I can do this without fertility drugs and all. I know that I can. So that was one thing. And then my husband is looking into a job in North Carolina now, and we're talking about moving up there. And I won't be moving for a full year, so we're trying to see if it will be a good benefit for us, like if jobs worth paying for and all that. It's in aerospace, and my hubby is an aerospace guy. And then another thing lately is that I decided a while ago that I'm ready for a bigger car. I'm ready for like a minivan or a truck or something, bigger is what I need. It will be used because I only buy my vehicles used because I can never afford to buy a brand new vehicle. I don't know many women my age or 24 going on 25 who can actually afford to buy a brand new vehicle with cash. I'm a cash girl. I don't own credit cards. I don't believe in them. We got $1,200 into debt on a credit card and had to bury our way out of it. Never again will I be a credit card girl again. But no, so we blue booked our car. We have two cars. I have a Cavalier and an Impala. We blue booked the Impala, and even at just the moderate to fair value of my car is almost $4,000. So we've been talking to people, and there's a friend of ours who wants to buy our car for $3,000, and that's a good deal because he's a friend and he's close, and I'll still get to hold my baby from time to time because I can't help it. I love my car. I do. So that's one thing that we're talking about, and that me and them need to go over and sit down and talk about. And the main thing is, though, if we do this, we need to have another car lined up, ready, already inspected, already knowing what's wrong with it, what does it need, and it needs to be ready to go. And then also, we've been thinking about, if we do that, is there a way to get another car for $2,000? And I'm sure that we could find a car for $2,000. I'm not picky about the type of cars I drive as long as they're in decent condition, so I'm thinking, okay, if we could find a car for $2,000, then we could pocket $1,000 to save money, because we always need to save money. Anything to save money. So that's something that we're working on. And I'm really excited because I've so badly wanted a car, or I've so badly wanted like a minivan or a small truck, or something that I can put like 3 to 5 kids in is what I really want. So I know it won't be small, but even my mom, she was like, if you guys can at least get $2,000 together, we can take you down and you can get a cosigner somewhere, and you could pay like $100 a month for a vehicle. And I was like, yeah, let me talk to Chris. Let us figure it out. Right now, the one thing that we're trying to do is save as much cash as we can so we can get a new vehicle. So that's another thing that me and him were talking about, and what we want to do, and what kind of cosigner. Do we need a cosigner if we're going to do it that way? His credit's pretty good. Mine's getting there. So it's just kind of back and forth type thing. Hopefully over the next few weeks we'll have more. Like the guy who wants to buy it, he's ready to buy it now, and since he's a friend, he knows the situation we're in and he understands. He's such a good friend. He comes over all the time to stay the night and hang with us, him and his wife and all. So it's just one of those things, and I don't know, hopefully it all works out to where I do get a new car. Like, I would love to have a new car by my birthday. My birthday's in September, like very in the middle of September, we can say, because it's the 19th. So I would love to have a new car. I'm kind of spoiled. Like, I got the Cavalier last year as an anniversary gift, and I never drove it. Never. I gave it to my husband. That little Cavalier, though, it's a 2003 Chevy Cavalier. Let me tell you, that thing is amazing. Most people I know, they're like, oh, wow, your car's not pretty. You know what? My car's not pretty. My little car looks like it's been beat up. I got it for $500. The retail value of that car, used in the condition it's in, is $2,000. even with the way it looks. $2,000. That car, I can put $40 in gas in that car and literally be completely full for close to 2 weeks. That's how good that car is. And I live in the country. It takes my husband 20 miles to work and 20 miles back. And then when I go to town, it takes me 30 miles back. So to be able to do that is great for me. I love that little car. It's nothing like the Impala. The Impala is just a gas guzzler. And, well, I feel like it's a gas guzzler. Everybody else who's ever driven is like, it's not a gas guzzler. And I'm like, I guess I've been driving the Cavalier so much because we've been downsizing to one car. But, it's just been like that. So, hubby and I talked, and we're just going to cut all the extra spending. I'm turning my cell phone off this month. Probably won't be turning it back on again until August. Maybe July. I'm not too sure yet. I need a little bit of time without it. I've got Facebook. I've got Skype. I've got all of that. And my hubby will leave me with his cell phone. So it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. And then another thing, what was it? We've been talking about is we got rid of Gamefly. Hubby wants to sell the projector that we have, so we're going to get rid of that. Mostly right now, we're doing the Dave Ramsey, and we're in the beginning stages. We've done it before, and then we always screw up in the end because I end up spending money and stuff. So right now, we're trying to earn between $500 to $1,000, $500 to $1,000, and we're thinking that we'll be able to pull it all together by July 5th. Is what we're thinking with the tips and all the things we're selling and the way things are going. So we're hoping for that. And then we're hoping to be able to throw another $500 in by August. So our debt really is nothing. Like, we've gone through our debt and it's nothing. It's not what I thought it would be. After talking about things and realizing that there's a few things that we do need to get rid of on our credit reports, because even though we paid them, they never did come off. It seems, and the people are claiming that we didn't pay them, so we have to dispute that and then show it. Like, we've got an AT&T bill on there, and we never even had AT&T. I got a Southwestern bill on there for $577, opened in 1994, and I'm like, how in the hell did I open a bill when I'm only 7 years old? What the hell? That's not even possible. So that's something that I need to work on. So this year, right now, since we've been so focusing on the baby thing, we're going to focus on the weight loss, and we're going to focus on controlling our finances. I mean, we got the house. The house is paid for. Everything's fine. We got the house. We got the land. We went from being completely broke to finally having money, to working hard, to paying all our bills, and to being on time. Now it's time to go back to the savings and to the weight loss, and to the, hopefully the baby will come after the weight loss, and to feeling normal again. Like, I'm so obsessed about having a baby, and this month I've been like, whatever. I don't want to put myself through this. I just don't feel like doing it. I mean, I understand why some people do, but it was getting so bad that I flipped out on one of my friends. And I can't do this right now. And I think I'm lucky because I do have a girl on my Facebook, and she's like, seriously, like, if I'm having a bad day, I can just text her or Facebook her or something, and she's like my go-to girl, and it's really, really awesome. So it's really nice to have that. So really right now, I'm just kind of focusing and trying to get things together and slowly moving. So as for getting things together, see my exercise bike, which I have not even really used that much since buying it. Remember that little dinosaur thing I showed you guys? Here is the robot one with these aren't perfect, but they will work. The cover. So I made 4 of these, I want to say. Made 4 of these for my son. He's super happy that he has these. I did this yesterday. I also made him curtains out of this fabric, and then a darker fabric to add together in the middle. So yeah, I made him curtains, and he doesn't know about the curtains because they're put aside for Christmas. And then yesterday I cooked chicken, and then today I put aside for everything that I've cooked lately. I have done, because I'm doing freezer meals right now, we have done 2 pans of enchiladas, a thing of chicken meat, I'm trying to think here. 4 mini pizzas because we had pizza tonight. So our 2 kids had pizzas and then I had pizzas. So 7 pizzas total, but 4 mini pizzas to go in the freezer. 2 things of crock pot chili already mixed together with regular meat. 1 thing with chicken meat. And so far that's it. I've made 6 dozen cookies tonight that are up in the cookie jar, put aside because I've been saying for months I've been going to make cookies and I haven't, so I did it now. So those cookies should last for like 3-4 weeks. As long as my husband doesn't go dipping his head in the cookie jar, it'll be fine. So that's a few things, and I really need to focus on the weight loss. And, you know, I started taking my metformin and all that again. It's just one of those people where I take it and then I get off, and then I take it and then I get off, and it's just one of those things, you know? So, I'm kind of numb. I don't know. So, I need to start running too is one thing I told my husband. I've got to start running again. I'm completely bloated. Like, I'm completely bloated. Like, every part of my body is up by 2 inches. I mean, I was literally 17 days late and it finally happened. And now I'm just like, ugh. I feel horrible. Cramping so bad that I've been crying and screaming. That's how bad it is. My kids are like, what is wrong? And I'm like, mommy feels like something's about to fall out of her. And that's the best way to put it. Like, and it's a lot of pain in the lower back, to the lower hips, to even the thighs. And I literally feel like something is about to fall out. Part of me, and I know this sounds weird, but a part of me feels like how I felt the day I miscarried a few years ago. Part of me, Brown, are you trying to eat the cookies? Come here. A part of me feels like I am, but then a part of me is like, no, I can't possibly be. But that's what it feels like. And I've been on Provera before, and I've never had this feeling. And that dog stole a cookie. I forgot to put up the last batch, and she stole a cookie. So part of me feels, I guess the doggy's going to eat cookies now. So I guess part of me just feels like that, and it's so painful, and I just want to cry from it. So we've been doing heating pads and hot baths, and I know that most people are like, oh, well, you shouldn't do hot baths when you're, screw you, I'm going to do whatever I want. Anything to get rid of this pain, you know? So that's just how I am. But yeah, you know, it's kind of, we've been feeling good. We were going through things, and my mother-in-law is the one who helped me get this property, and she was like, yeah, you know, you got this property on a homestead texting, and I was like, no. She goes, didn't you read all that paperwork? And I said, no, because you read it, and you told me it was a great deal, so I signed it. So I need to go back and read things, and what I need to do is start figuring things out. One of the main things we've been talking about is chickens. Chickens will be next year for sure, but there's a lot of, it's not like a lot of work, but there's a lot of detailed work and a lot of little things you have to do. So right now, since we're up in between things, and we're just trying to save cash right now and buy a new car or truck. I'm going to throw the idea of a truck to him here in a few. He's on his way home from work. So we'll see. I'm just kind of back and forth. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little anxious. I'm really excited also. So it's a lot to process everything that we've been doing, but I feel positive and I feel uplifted, and I feel like I'm finding my way through all of this. And it's nice to say that I'm 24 years old. I live in my own house. I have 2 freaking amazing cars. And though we struggle, we don't struggle like we used to. And that's what's nice to say. I don't struggle like we struggled when we were 17, when we were 18 and pregnant. We don't struggle that way anymore. So going back and thinking about everything, I'm like, yeah, we're not at financial peace, but I feel like give it 10 years and we should be able to find financial peace. We should. And I know that most women are like, how is that possible? But if I have to sacrifice now to have financial peace later in the future, then so be it. Let's just sacrifice. I'd rather sacrifice now so down the road I can, you know, have things that I want, things that I need. And, you know, my in-laws did this, and people in the family have done this, and it's just, people have done this. So it's not the end of the world. It'll be okay. Anyways, that's it. Night, y'all.